So I'm at this nursery in Salt Lake City. Drove about 40 minutes to get here. And I'm trying to find some fun grasses. Look how pretty those are. I think that's what I want to get. I'm also liking these, but they're dwarf and I don't want them small, I don't think. Let's see how tall these get. To 26 inches tall. But I want to pair them with some coneflowers. I'm going to put in an area that's a little bit more dry. I think these need a little bit more moisture. So I need a grass that's maybe a little drought tolerant. So I'm having a hard time, so I'm going to keep looking. But look how pretty these are in the wind. I'm having a hard time deciding. I'm gonna go look at the coneflowers and then see what I like. These are pretty too, actually. Maybe I'll take these all over to the coneflowers. This is Proven Winners, Prairie Winds, Lemon Squeeze. And how tall do these get? 36 to 42 inches. Put that in the cart and see which one I like best. Okay, here's some Coneflower. I love this so much. This is Sunflower. I don't know what variety I have, but it's pretty close to these. These are looking a little chlorotic, but I can treat that. Actually, maybe I'll grab some back here that are more green. So I'm gonna get 4 of those because I know I want to add more in the section that I have. Yeah, I'll get the greener ones for sure. See how that one's more green. Okay, I'm gonna get 4 of those. And whatever grass I get, I think I want raspberry coneflowers next to it. They don't have the ones that I wanted here. They're more double, but they have these raspberry ones that I think I want to get. Look how pretty these are too. After going back and forth, I think I've decided on these 2 things. They didn't have the double-headed raspberry ones from Proven Winners, but they did have this Kismet raspberry one, and I definitely want something that's a little more bold for where I'm going to put it. And this grass, I decided it's a dwarf grass. I was getting a little hesitant to get a grass that was huge because I didn't want it to completely take over my space. So I think this will be good. I've sat here for about 15 minutes and I've been trying to decide what to do, but I've decided. So let me show you exactly what I got and then where I'm going to put them. I'm already so excited about this combo. So I have really wanted to get some grass in here, and I've really wanted to get some coneflowers in here as well. And I think that's such a good combo. I've seen a lot of pictures with grasses and coneflowers, and I think they go well together. And Jamie from Dig Plant Water Repeat did that in one of her sections in her garden, and I really, really loved it. So I wanted to do that too. I thought this is a perfect spot, hopefully, to go right here where I've just have a hard time growing things. As you can see, it's really dry and hot. And I also went to Home Depot and got some steer manure, some compost that I'm going to put in here. I do have some columbine that are flushing back, but it got a little too hot for those. But now that it's cooling down, they're coming back and they do okay. I think they'll do better when I get some compost in here. This Super Bina Pink Cashmere hasn't done well here, and I'm probably honestly just gonna. But these are the Kismet raspberry, and they'll get about 18 inches tall, so they are a little bit shorter, which I kind of like. I like that about Shasta daisies too. I like them a little bit lower, so they're a little bit lower. Not quite as tall as I was going for, but that's okay. And then I saw these last minute. These are the Moonshine Coreopsis, and I have some threadleaf Coreopsis like this, but it's a dark yellow, and I love that these are a pale yellow. And at first I didn't like them, mostly because of the color, but now that they've filled out in my yard, I really do love them, and I'll show you those in a minute. But I thought they looked so pretty with this raspberry color. And these do get kind of wide, but I have split them before and moved them to different parts of my yard, and I think eventually I'm gonna have these replace the bright yellow ones because they're not my favorite. So I'll pull those out, and then as these get bigger, I'll split them and move them to different places. But these get to 18 to 24 inches tall, and they're 18 to 24 inches wide. So a little bit taller than the coneflowers, but I think they'll be so pretty and wispy just a little bit above them. And then I have these gorgeous grasses. I went with the dwarf. Even though I wanted something taller, I was a little worried about the height of the other ones that I looked at because they were like 3 feet tall, and that was just a little bit more height than I wanted. And so these are the Hamlin Dwarf Fountain Grass. And I love the white. I was trying to decide between some that were more kind of red pink and the white, and I decided to go with the white. And I seriously stood there for about 15 or 20 minutes trying to figure out what I was gonna pick. And I just like the movement of these. I think they're so fun. So hopefully I'll like them in here. So I'm gonna get those in the ground. First I'm gonna lay them out and see where I want them, and then I'm gonna plant them. Today's the perfect day to plant because we've just had a lot of rain and the soil's really moist, and this is so hard to dig in right here. So I'm hoping I can have some nice soft soil today. So I think that layout looks pretty good, but I do know these large rocks can sometimes go back farther than they look because they're huge. So I might have to move things around depending on that, but I'm hoping I can squeeze them in here. Let's look from down here. Yeah, I think that's really pretty, and I do like that grass. Kind of second guessing myself, wishing I maybe should have gotten the taller grass, but I like this variety a little bit more. Yeah. We're just gonna go with it. We can always move things because those grasses can just pop in basically anywhere. So we're gonna start and get going right now. Okay, all done. This will be a test in here to see how it does. I've tried several things in this spot and they just don't do well. And then I was like, I need to do coneflowers because I just think they'll do well here in the dry soil. I'm happy with it. I think this red leaf plant, Coreopsis, is gonna get a little thick. It'll be interesting, but I'm curious to see how it'll intermix with this coneflower. And I kind of spaced it in between the grass, so we'll see how it does. Hi, pipe. But look how beautiful, and blowing in the wind. I really just wanted some grass in my yard somewhere because I wanted some movement. So I put this one on this side to give some interest here. And then the other two I planted on each side so I could see it from that direction as well. The coneflowers, it would be lovely to see them on that side, but this is the side they get sun. So of course I'm gonna plant them here, but they look so pretty. Oh, I'm falling more and more in love with coneflowers. They're so beautiful. I also added compost, which I think will really help this area. I probably did about 3 inches thick compost to improve soil. I heard a lot of people say you need to do like 6 inches, but I'm gonna try 3 for now. That's about as much as I had. I wanna save 1 bag for another spot, so we'll see how it does. And then I took this super beana out and put it up there where I think it will do better anyway. I am sweaty and sweaty. But look how pretty these are. I'm so happy with them. Thanks so much for watching today, and we will see you in my next video.